instructions are given by the elders. So the theme is elders versus the children. So you being children, you can feel it better than me. Always the instruction starts with the don't. Don't walk like this. Don't laugh like this. Don't wear like this. Don't read like this. Don't do like this. So always all instruction starts with don't. You are acquainted. Okay. So this is a hilarious poem. At the same time, it is always a burden to be instructed because we are not allowing the child to allow it to use its own mind. We should make it independent. So now that's why the new education policy says the child should be independent learner. He should not rely on the parents, on the teachers always. So the purpose is to make the child independent learner. That's why the new education policy is made. So if you ask your partner, do you like to be always told what to do and what not to do? So what to do and what not to do. Okay, life is a nothing but a mixture of do's and don'ts. Do this, don't do this. Do this, don't do this. They are often repeated in the life. So always a set of instruction comes to us to roll up.
Sir,
Yes,
tilt the camera right side.
yeah, yeah. Okay, it has come to the
Yes,
very
sir.
yes, yes. So what to do, what not to do. Always our elders, our parents, our guardians, they have a set of instruction for you. So generally, what happens? What to do? Suppose your parent will get up early. Okay, wash your face. So these are all do's. Do your homework. Sleep early. All these do's. Then under don't get up late. Don't be unclean. Don't throw your bag. So all these instructions our parents give. Don't chew the pencil. Okay. Don't pinch your nose. So all life is nothing but a set of instructions, do's and don'ts. So all these instructions we get from the parents. What not to do, what to do. But don'ts are more in number than do's. Okay, we do not allow the child to use its own brain and take an independent decision. For everything, we have instruction for the child. So a child becomes suffocated. Always instructed. When he gets up, when he grows up now, he rebels, he objects. Why are you always telling this to me? Why are you always telling to, am I a child? Am I a small child drinking milk? I need instruction. So this comes naturally to the child's mind. So when Michael was 5 years old, his mother took him to a nearby school for admission. The teacher asked, "What does your mother call you at home?" Child, Michael don't, came the child's confident reply. Because this is a funny thing. Small boy named Michael was taken to the school. So the teacher wanted that Michael should tell in what name he is called at home. So the teacher asked the boy, "What does your mother call you at home? In which name?" Suppose we have a official name and we have a nickname at home. Nickname. Lovingly, our parents call us something that is called a nickname. So the teacher wanted to know, by what name you are known in your house. Then he told Michael Dome, means for everything the mother told Dome. So the child immediately told, my name is Michael Dome. I am called at home in the name Michael Dome. Okay, so to chibi means to is to nag. Nag means always to instruct. So chibi meaning is to nag. Nag means energy. Nag means to always to instruct and to trouble. Nag. He is a nagging fellow. Means he will not keep you in the sound mind. Always, time and again, that fellow will be telling something or something to you. So we call him. He is a nagging fellow. Nagging fellow means one who always gives you instruction and troubles you. So to continuously urge someone to do something. Do this. Okay, it is done. Do this. Okay, it is done. Do this. So one after one after one, instruction follows. Like the bullets of a gun. Like AK-47, no, if you put the trigger, no. At one time, some 100 bullets will go. Similarly, instruction after instruction, non-stop. That is called nagging. Okay, so the child is disgusted. The child is bored, but there is no way out. So the poet has a message for the readers that please allow the child to its own mind. Okay, to please allow the child to use its own mind. Always don't instruct the child. So we will start the poem now. You understood, no children, about the theme of the poem? Did you follow anything? Did you follow, children, or I will repeat? So the poem is about the attitude of the elders towards the child. Okay. So GB means to nag. Nag means to instruct one after another, to give instructions one after another. Get up early, wash your face, brush your teeth, go to toilet, because wear your uniform, run to school, hold your tiffin box, fill your water bottle, arrange your timetable, arrange your bag, arrange your pen, pencil, go to school, then come back from school, remove the shoes, keep the shoes in the cupboard, clean the something or other, always talking. That is called nagging. Okay, so this poem is about nagging. Did you follow? You followed, no, children? Or any doubt is there? So I have written the do and what not to do. Parents always, elders always instruct the children to some do's and don'ts. Okay, I have written.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, what you have written in what to not do not throw your.
Do not throw your bag. I have written. Do not throw
Okay,
your
sir.
bag. Your parents are telling you, don't throw your bag. Don't do this. Don't do that. So always every sentence starts with don't. Okay. That's why the incident is told. No, the child. It is a funny incident. The teacher asked Michael, "What do you call at home?" Means what is your nickname? The child told Michael don't, because its mother always starts a sentence with don't. So do's and don'ts we always tell to the children, but it is a bad thing. According to the poet, the child should be allowed to decide himself or herself things. You should not always be after the child. You should leave the child alone and let it grow independently. If the child will do himself, he will learn. If you
Sir,
also,
your voice is very slow.
yes, then you see grown-ups say things like that, like speak up, don't talk with your when you're with your mouth full, don't stare, don't point, don't pick your nose. Sit up, say please, less noise, shut the door behind you, don't drag your feet. Have not you got a handle, a key? Take your hands out of your pocket.
Sir, what is written in what not to do? Second line. Don't be.
Don't be unclean. Don't be
Oh,
unclean.
okay, sir.
Don't throw your bag. Don't chew the pencil. Don't pinch your nose. These are some instructions our parents they give us always, and that is always non-stop, non-stop, instruction after instruction, instruction after instruction they give us. Okay, so pull your socks off, stand up straight, say thank you, don't interrupt. No one thinks you are funny. Take your elbows off the table. Can't then in the last two lines, the poet is telling, can't you make your own mind up about anything? So we should allow the child to be independent. We should not always trouble the child. This is the message of the poet.
Sir, what is written in don't chew the.
Pencil. Don't chew the pencil. There may be other instruction, but I am telling some because always you are being instructed many things.
Ritesh, mute yourself.
Yes.
और सर ये लास्ट लाइन में डोंट पिंच
Last
योर.
time you pinch your nose. Pinch your nose means clean the nose with finger. That is called pinching. So don't pinch your nose. Okay. Some noise is coming.
Ritesh, mute yourself.
Okay. So don't say things like that. Speak up. Don't talk with your mouth full. Suppose when they say don't speak when your mouth is full. When we are eating something, actually we should eat silently. Some food is inside the mouth. When somebody is telling something, we are trying to reply. So the parent is telling that don't speak when your mouth is full. It means that there is some food inside the mouth. So when you are eating, don't speak up. That is the advice given by the parent. Don't stare. Stare means look hard. Don't stare means look hard. Don't stare. Because that will be taken as a negative quality. If anybody is telling something, you look hard at the person, he will think that you are angry. So don't stare. Don't point. Don't pick your nose. Don't point. Or don't point means don't point your finger. So generally when we are angry, we stare hard. We point our finger. But the parents think it is a negative trait. They tell us, don't do this. Okay. Then you see second stanza. First stanza is clear, no? First stanza, any doubt is there?
No, sir.
No doubt. Okay. So first stanza is clear. Then second stanza you see. Sit up. Say please. So always parents try to teach the children good manners.
Sir, I have doubt in first stanza.
Yes. Tell me.
Sir, it is written that don't point. What is meaning of this?
Maybe pointing the finger. Maybe pointing the finger like this. Maybe like this. It don't point means what? Maybe pointing the finger only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nothing is written, but we assume. We think that it is pointing the finger. Sit up. Say please. So always when you start something, you say please because that is counted as good manners. So parents tell us less noise. So always when you are doing something, do with less noise. Okay. Shut the door behind you. When you are, don't keep the door open. Suppose you went inside one room. When you come out, no, always shut the door behind. Close it. Shut means to close the door. SHU. Shut means to close. Close the door. Behind. Close the door. Don't drag your feet. Drag means when some children walk without lifting their feet. So that dragging will make one unnecessarily noise. If you drag your feet in the floor, means without lifting the feet, if you walk, what will happen? There will be one peculiar noise. So parents advise, don't drag your feet, means don't just lift your leg and walk. Drag means to rub with the floor. While walking, our feet is touching the ground and we are getting rubbed. Some children walk like this very in a very idle manner, so they advise don't drag your feet. Have not you got a hanky? Hanky means handkerchief. Generally, keeping a hanky is a good habit. Okay. So keeping a hanky is a good habit, but generally we do not keep. Okay. Hanky we do not keep. We do not keep because suppose you sneeze. So keep the hanky in the mouth and sneeze. So that is bad manners. Sneezing with open ear and mouth. That is considered as bad manners. So keep a handkerchief with you. So don't you have a hanky? So the parents want to put some good habit in our daily life. Take your hands out of your pocket. If you keep your hands in the pocket, no. It is assumed that you are arrogant. You are unruly, you are disobedient. So, if you keep your hands inside the pocket, it is bad manners. So, parents tell us, don't keep your hands in the pocket, don't use a handkerchief, don't drag your feet on the floor when you are walking. So, all these don'ts they tell us. So, in the book, how many don'ts are there? Don't talk with your mouth full. Don't stare. Don't point. Don't pick your nose. Don't drag your feet. Don't keep your hands inside the pocket. So all these instructions are there in the book. Then third stanza, pull your socks up. Some children, their socks will be visible. So that should not be. Pull your socks up. Stand up straight. When you are standing, no, you are standing like this, and you should stand straight. Straight, your spine should be straight. That is the instruction given by the parents. Say thank you. It is good manners. When anybody does a favor to you, anybody it may be small also. Please say thank you. Please learn to say thank you. Okay. Don't interrupt. Interrupt means to disturb in the middle. To speak in the middle. Interrupt. To disturb, to speak in the middle. When somebody is saying something in the middle, you spoke something. That is called to speak in the middle, to intervene. You should allow the speaker to complete their words. You should not speak in the middle. To intervene also is coming disturbing, intervening, all these meanings are coming. When you say interrupt also somebody is speaking something. Before the person completes what we are doing, we are speaking in the middle. That is considered as bad manners. We should listen first. So we should listen first, then we have to say what we have to say. First we should listen. That habit is not with us. So what happens when parents or some elders say something, in the middle you speak out. That is counted as bad manners. No one thinks you are funny. Take your elbows off the table. So when you are keeping your elbows on the table, that is bad manners. So remove your elbows from the table. So these are some instructions given by the parents. Okay. So in the third stanza it is given about good manners. So what are the good manners? Standing up straight, saying thank you, taking the elbows off the table. So these are counted as good manners. So these are generally, but in the poem they are different. The do's and don'ts in the poem are different. So our elders, our parents advise us many things. So, in the last two lines, the moral of the poem is that can't you make your own mind up about anything? Means making own mind. Making own mind means deciding yourself. Making own mind means making own mind, deciding yourself. So, can't you decide yourself? This is the moral. Means it is a message indirectly to all the elders and grown-ups that you should allow the child to be independent learner. You should not intervene in everything. This is the
डिस्टर्ब टू के बाद क्या लिखा है?
deciding yourself, making
सर
your mind.
डिस्टर्ब टू.
Yes.
Sir, this is the moral of the story.
Moral of this is a message of the poem to all the elders. That indirectly the poet wants to give a message to all the elders that you please allow the child to decide itself. Don't always interfere with the child. The child wants to take decision himself or herself. Don't interfere always. Okay. So in the poem there are certain do's and don'ts you will write. Okay. So what not to do? Not to speak when mouth is full. When mouth is full. Don't. Okay.
Not to interrupt.
Yes. Not to stare. Very good. Not to stare. Okay. Not to pick. Not to point. Not to point fingers. Not to point fingers.
Not make noise.
Yes. Not to make noise.
Do not put your elbows on the table.
Yes. Not to make noise. Not to keep the elbows on the table.
Not speak in the middle of two persons.
Yes, keep elbows on table. So there are all do's. Then what are the do's? Let us find out some do's now. Okay. Do's. Stand up.
Stand up straight.
Stand up straight. Okay.
Say thank you.
Yes. Say thank you. Say thank you. Okay. So say
Take your hands out of your pocket.
yes. Another do. So pull your
Say please.
yes. Very good. So all answers are positive. So do's and don'ts you came to know. Okay, shall I rock the board? Are you right?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Don't drag your feet.
No, sir.
चिराग अपना रेस किया हुआ हैंड
Right like this.
हैंड रेस मत कर.
Walk silently. Dragging the feet on the floor. Makes noise. That's why.
Always respect elders.
Yes. Okay. So under don't so many points are there. But for do few points are there. So generally the parents
Shut the door behind you.
yes, because parents they believe in don't. Or that's why the boy was asked what is your name. The boy told my name is Michael Don't. So this way. So in the last two lines the message is there for the elders. Allow the child to be independent. Don't interfere with the child. Allow the child to grow independently. Don't interfere with the child. Okay. Please write down. We will go to the working with the poem part. Please copy. You will go to working with the poem part because you know in September your classes may open. So keep your notebooks ready. Keep your notebooks up to date and ready. If school opens, you have to submit it. Whatever you are doing in the class, please enter fair notebook in good handwriting. Regular index, serial number, whatever you are writing in notebook, please write. When school may open in September, there is chance. So, if school reopens, you bring, you will correct and return back to you. If notes are all right, no, during exam you will
Sir,
not.
what is written and what not to do? First line, not to speak when mouth is.
Sir,
Mouth.
sir, please tell the camera more right side.
Yeah, yeah. Just 1 second. 1 second. Okay.
Yes, sir. Now, okay.
Okay.
Sir, what is written after mouth is?
Not to speak when mouth is full. Full. Not to stare. Not to point fingers. Not to make noise. Not to keep elbows on the table. Then stand on stage. Say thank you. Work silently. So these are common points which your parents they tell you. So the poet has taken these things from ordinary life. Okay. So we will go to the working with the poem part. When you complete this, we have one story for supplementary. Golu grows a nose. When we complete no, our term one syllabus will be over. One more story is there in supplementary. Golu grows a nose for term one. Okay.
Sir, on which date school will open?
Oh, no, written. Praveen, written. Have you written, Praveen? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Sir, yes. Yes.
Okay, we will go. Please open the page number 70. Working with the poem, you start writing the questions. You will write answers only so that you can copy. Page number 70. 70. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, in this working with the poem, we have to write questions also.
Yes, yes. Because you have to know the question also. No. When question is long, you tell me. No need to write. So for question 2, 3, 4, don't write question. Only one question you can write.
Okay, sir.
2, 3 are lengthy. 2, 3, 4 long questions are there. Don't write more. Direct answers so you can write. Okay. Shall I rub children? Shall I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So working with the poem, first one, discuss the questions in small groups. People will answer them. No small group, we are the group will answer one, meet one. Okay. When is grown up likely to say this? Don't talk with your mouth full. Okay. When the child is eating some food. So when our mouth is full, then when there is food inside the mouth. So elders say this: when there is some food in the mouth, means the child is eating. Okay. Write down this. Then second one, when do you say thank you? When the child, we will change the answer little bit. Wait. Talks. We will change it. When the child talks, TALK talks while he is eating. It will be more appropriate while he is eating. When the child while talking, while eating talks, then grown ups say like this. When somebody helps us, or
When somebody helps us, we say thank you.
give something, कुछ भी देता
When
है
somebody gives something, please say thank you.
Somebody helps you. You say thank you for the help.
Okay. Oh, this is over. Then third one.
Sir, can I tell third one?
Yes.
Adults are likely to tell children no one thinks you are funny when the children are too shy to speak or perform the others.
Or somebody tells a funny thing. When somebody cracks a joke. When somebody cracks a joke, CRACK, or say something funny. You can write like this. So when somebody cracks a joke or says something funny. Okay. Then number 2. The last 2 lines of the poem are not prohibition or instruction, they are suggestions. Answer 2.
Sir, can I tell?
Yes, I am writing you please copy it. At the end,
Sir, please tilt the camera right side.
okay.
No, sir, it is.
Okay, no, now.
Yes, sir, now clear.
At the end, the adult,
Ritesh, mute yourself.
yes, ask the child to be independent. The adult asks the child to be independent and take his own decisions. Okay. But they themselves do not allow the child to take decision. So they are telling you decide yourself, but they will not allow the child to take decision. So it is unreasonable. It is unreasonable. So this is the answer for two. They tell the child, you decide yourself, but they never allow the child to do so. Then last one you can write number 3. Number 3 is easy, you can write, I think. Can you write number 3?
Yes, sir.
Number 3 you write. Why do you think
Yes,
said they want to teach children good manners? Okay. It is important because the children should have good manners to become good citizens. Understood? So this is for today. This much only. Okay. Please write down this. Okay, children. No doubt is there, no?
No doubt, sir.
Okay.
No doubt,
no
sir.
doubt, sir.
No doubt, sir. I'll be here.
Ritesh, mute yourself.